New Jersey has seen a lot of railroads. One of these was the Pennsylvania Railroad, and in 1968, they received a rail car that would revolutionize commuter railroading. Between 1968 and 69, the St. Louis Car Company built 35 brand new electric multiple unit rail cars for the Pennsylvania Railroad and the New Jersey Department of Transportation. The Pennsy classified them as the MP85E6s and were numbered 100 to 134. These are now known as what we like to call the Aero 1s. This order can be traced back to 1966 with the New Jersey Department of Transportation, or NJDOT. This order was based on the SEPTA Silverliner series of EMUs to be used on high-speed commuter service between New York and Trenton. Based upon the Silverliner 3, the new Aero cars first arrived in 1968 with cars 100 and 101. Regular Aero service commenced on October 30th of that year. While these cars look just like the Silverliners, they are mechanically very different. The new Aeros used Westinghouse track-pack propulsion systems to generate 700 horsepower per car. Only 2 Aero 1s were ever retired. 107 caught fire early into its life and was scrapped shortly after, while 105 was damaged beyond repair in a crash in New York City's East River tunnels in 1975. It was stored sunny side before being scrapped in the 1980s. This is all we know about these two crashes. In 1976, 19 Aero 1s were refurbished in order to be compatible with the new Aero 2s rolling out. Speaking of which, let's talk about them now. In 1974, General Electric built 70 new Aeros, the Aero 2s. These were built in married pair format, meaning instead of having 2 single units hooked up together, they would be permanently connected. They were built in Erie, PA, and classified as the MA1G. Numbered 534 to 603, they were made to finish off the vintage MP54s which were being phased out of commuter service in New Jersey. Just like the previous Aeros, the 2s were based on SEPTA cars, in this case the Silverliner 4s. The overfoamed Silverliner 4s and the Aero 2s are very similar, but there are some differences, mainly the high-level center door as on the Aero 1. One improvement was that they were arranged in a 2x2 seating configuration, taking advice from complaints regarding a 3x1 configuration on the Aero 1s, which makes sense. Honestly, why the hell would you ever design a train car like that? 3x1? Come on. Was St. Louis Car Company on crack or something? Anyway, something quite odd about the 2s is that they were often leased to Amtrak because they were piss poor at this time. First, there's the Clocker. The Clocker was an express train that ran from Philly to New York, operated by Amtrak. The Aero 2s were leased to Amtrak when the DOT wasn't using them. In addition, from 1978 to 79, NJDOT leased some Aero 2s out to the Maryland Department of Transportation on use on the Chesapeake train, a joint venture between, and get ready for this, MDOT, PennDOT, Amtrak, the Feds, and the states of Maryland, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. During this period, a married pair set 590 and 591 was severely damaged in Seabrook, Maryland, but was thankfully brought back. Finally, from winter 1979 to 82, Amtrak used some Aero 2s on Silverliner, now Keystone service trains. When NJT was formed in 1983, all Aero 2s were recalled in New Jersey, but the Aero 2s had been severely worn during their time on Amtrak and would need to be overhauled. And with the Aero 1s being phased out of service now, and the Aero 2s spending their life elsewhere, NJDOT had ordered some new power. So now we talk about the Aero 3s. The Aero 3s were built by GE, just like the 2s, between 1977 and 78. Now pay attention here. There were 35 Aero 1s and there were 70 Aero 2s. Then we have the Aero 3s. They built 230 of them. Yep, that many. 200 of them were married pairs, which we already discussed what those are, numbered 1334 to 1533. There were also 30 single units, 1304 to 1333, so there were over 2 times the amount of Aero 3s and the 1s and 2s combined. However, there are some problems. Because they can't switch voltage currents while in service, an orange triangle-shaped sticker is placed under the front window, showing what voltage is currently being used, 12K for the Hoboken division and 25K for the Newark division. The 3s are also similar to the Silverliner 4s and the Aero 2s, but they do have some different air intakes and 2 arm pantographs like on the Aero 1s. The Aero 3s also have a hybrid seating arrangement of the 2s and 1s, with a 3x2 seating configuration. As someone who's ridden on the Aero 3s, they struck gold with this, and the seats are very nice. Chances are you've heard of the Camaros. Nicknamed this after the famous sports car and a combination of Comet and Aero, these are Aero 1s that were brought out of storage in 1986 and converted into coaches. While everyone calls them Camaros, their real name is the Comet 1B. Between 1987 and 88, Morrison Knudsen converted 30 of the old Aero 1s into new coaches and cab cars. They remained in system-wide service for almost 20 years before all cars were assigned to the Hoboken division trains in 2005 and all retired by 2008. 14 were rebuilt for Amtrak for use on their California services, mainly the San Joaquins, sponsored by the California Department of Transportation. They were delivered between 2013 and 14 and recently transferred to the Surfliner to supplement failing Superliner cars. Unfortunately, the end is near for New Jersey's favorite EMUs. The Aero 1s are long gone, with none surviving to this day. There's only one Aero 2 left, and that's on SEPA's wire train, with the rest being scrapped in the early 2000s. But the Aero 3s continue to live on. They're used a ton on pretty much every NJT line that's electric. However, during the later years of Aero 3 service, they considered replacing them with self-propelled rail cars similar to their Bombardier multi-level coaches that you pretty much see everywhere. Finally, in December of 2018, the contract went to Bombardier for 113 new electric multiple unit coaches called the Multi-Level 3. There would be 58 units with AC electric propulsion systems and 55 unpowered cars. The contract included some options for NJT to up to 636 or more cars for NJT, which is a ton. And there's also 250 cars for SEPTA if they choose some to replace the Silverliner 4s, which are the cousins of the 2s and 3s. So, enjoy them while you still can, because they'll be gone soon.